What up, everybody, to another episode of Durable by Design, where we talk about how to be durable by design for service companies. Very intuitive title. Chris B. I am joined by Christopher Barnett, aka Chris B. What is up with you today?
Doing good. Early morning.
Good one. Seems to be at a different angle.
Yeah, your camera's at a different angle.
Well, yours too. It takes one to know one, Chris. That's all I'm saying. Guys, today what we're talking about is how having solutions as part of your go-to-market. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about what that means. As part of your go-to-market makes you more durable by design. We at Super believe that so much. We're helping people create solutions. We just launched the solutions directory, and so more on that at the end. But that's not why we launched a solutions directory. We actually think it makes companies more durable by design. Crispy, this is a brainchild of yours. Talk to me. Why is having solutions as a service company making you more durable by design?
Having solutions makes you durable by design because when you are solutions focused first, you are speaking the language of the lead. And this is something that I talk to a lot of partners about, where ultimately you want to meet your hero on their journey at the right place at the right point in time. And most people, when they have a problem, are looking for a solution to that problem. They're able to just quantify pain, but they don't know what needs to happen in order to get rid of that pain. And so they go looking for solutions to make that happen. And so when you lead with solutions, you meet them where they are, speaking in their language. This is very different from most go-to-market, which is fake, of how people approach like their messaging and their positioning of things, where they always talk about pain, always talk about pain, always talk about pain, right? Pain is not a language. Solutions are a language. And so that's how you maintain durability when you're going to market.
I love that. So you're saying having a solution makes you think, just even the idea of having the solution, creating the solution makes you think about your customers better. So I heard you say.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, okay. Why else? Why else do people need a solution? Why not have your services as a solution?
Yeah, because it actually showcases the meat of what you do, if that makes sense. So like showcasing your services on your website or on LinkedIn or whatever it is fine, but there's also in the HubSpot ecosystem almost 7,000 other people doing the exact same thing that you're doing in your business. The difference when you're solutions focused first is you're showing the actual thing that will help solve the problem. And I think people are scared of doing this because they're afraid of it getting stolen, or, oh, people are going to look at this and it's going to be this thing that I can't use anymore, blah, blah, blah. It's like spoiler alert for everyone. Like, you building in HubSpot is not IP and it's never going to be. It's like, but the solution that you build can be designed around, and you can standardize the way that it's delivered to not make it productized, but standardized.
Yeah, I agree with what you just said. I think, and we've talked about this before in another episode, is that the narrative you say, the point of view that you have is so important. And this is what I mean by solutions. The narrative you have will dictate the solutions you create. So, for example, let's say I am a service company, and I go to the market saying that every CRO has an 18th month terminal illness. That's a true fact, because the majority of, I think there's tenure of it's like 18th month is on average, and that's the 18th month average of a CRO. So you have an 18-month death sentence. And me as a solutions company, me as a service provider, my job is to help you defeat the impossible and defeat cancer, defeat this terminal illness. And because I think about you as a CRO, I think about the problems that you're going to have, hiring people, getting the right leads, generating leads. And I've helped people from phase 1 of the diagnosis, of going through the initial treatments, to phase 2 to recovery, phase 3 reintegration into life. I've thought about it. I have a way. I know the problems you're going to encounter before you encounter them. And so I have this solution. And so you should come to my care center, and I will give you the best care in the world. And it costs all your savings.
Yep.
But isn't your life worth it? And when you put things in a narrative, right? When you put things in a narrative and then you have the solution that connects to the narrative, it slaps.
Yeah.
And it will just help you win more deals. And it gets to this point, like people don't buy hours, they buy, even if they buy hours, they don't actually freaking buy hours. They buy outcomes. Mm-hmm. And the way that hours, all that does is for them to like, did I get ROI? They don't care if you do the thing. Often the outcomes just are the outcomes. Mm-hmm. You'll get treated like a labor, just a common labor. You'll just like, that's like contractors. You're just a mercenary. You're not actually the place they are getting the healing. If you're not a solution. You can't scale beyond your talent if you don't have a solution, right? So like you need your talent will become the solution, and you do not want the people in your organization to be the thing you are selling people, but you're not selling an individual person. You're selling a cohesive solution that extends past whether someone leaves or not. And like, there's all these things with solutions that are just so important, and it's really scary to do it for the first time. Because the transition between person-led and solution-led is actually very difficult.
Yeah, it's. I would say it's more complex to go solutions-led as well, because you're having to factor in more dimensions around your go-to-customer strategy than what you would do if you were just quantifying pain. Like quantifying pain is really easy. And having to showcase that, like, yes, we understand your pain. That's one dimensional. You're not thinking about the solution that gets communicated to the lead or the hero that you're trying to work with. That's the big gap that I see with a lot of partners, is that they focus so much on, hey, we understand your position, and not we have the solution. Like we don't, like, the understanding is there. We get it. Like now it's about, let's fix what's broken, and let's get you to where you want to go. And we know how to do that. We've done it before. It's like the demonstration piece.
Yeah. I'm going to say some other, maybe these be more controversial. And so I'm big. And so there's books on solution selling. I'm not talking about solution selling. I'm talking about, if you're a service company, forcing yourself to create a solution that has a fixed outcome that you're standardizing. And it may be a way that leads you to retainer base often. But I'm going to say these things just to help people. I think if you're only selling custom work and hours, you are actually you're shooting yourself in the foot, because you're monetizing customer indecision. In general, that's what you're doing. You're saying, hey, don't worry about making a decision right now. I'll just come with you and do this. And it's the relationship itself is set. You not as expert, but you as a person. I'm just going to hourly It's a different relationship. Mm-hmm. Custom work is also people think custom work equals high end, and it's not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to, like. It's not like custom work is not premium. I can actually go get someone from nearshore or India, and I can get a lot of custom work done. It does not mean high end. High end means I've had the experience. I know the right things at the right time to do it in a specific order. And that can only be communicated via a solution. So the idea of having phases, the idea of being able to choose your path and having a map and already being some way predefined. You can't come into a place and say you're unique, because 70% is always the same.
Correct.
Me and you know this intimately, because we both built businesses on agnostic RevOps plays. So solutions don't mean industry specific necessarily. I have built solutions specific for a function of revenue operations.
Yeah. And I think this touches on a huge piece on why solutions need to be tech enabled, because most customers will want to see, how does this solution work? And if you can showcase that in the sense of, we've done this before, here's how it operates, here's the mechanics of it, stuff like that. This is why custom scopes, bloated spreadsheet, like rinse and repeat busy work, like, just monotonous manual things every single time does not equate to better value. It means that you're going to get outpaced, especially by partners that have tech-enabled services. If you are doing custom scopes every single time, you will get beaten. I don't care how big you are.
Yeah,
you will get beaten.
And there's traction. I don't know if it's traction or not. There's a good, I like to call it, and my word is the frame, name, claim. Frame, name, claim. So frame what the problem is. there's a really big, this is where it sits. Frame, then you like name, you give it a name, and you give your methodology a name. Like our solution, this is when I was at RP, I had the RevOps maturity matrix, and our entire delivery was based on this idea of creating, we had these 5 levels of maturity, and we can get you from 1 to 5 and different levels, and we would report on it. Like it became part of our delivery. So one thing is your solution that integrates to help you do delivery, and it creates a standardized experience. Like it goes from the beginning to the end. And so what this looks like, if you don't, you'll say something like this. And I won a lot of deals from a lot of people that said something like this. Hey, we're a RevOps company, and we're going to do, how's it going to work? We're going to go through a RevOps audit. We have this go-to-market alignment session after that. We have a reporting framework we'll put in. We'll make sure your CRM workflows are good. We're going to train you afterwards. And all of this will have process improvement along the way. And we will, this is something we've done hundreds of times, and I'm here for you. What you just gave someone's a resume of what you've done in the past, and nobody cares.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Solution is, and even if it's a crazy statement, this is a solution. Like it is like, we solve CRM data problems in under 30 days guaranteed. And here is the phases we're going to do it. You ready? Just like the difference between those two things.
Yeah.
Is so big. It's so drive. It's a difference between winning a $40,000 retainer and getting a $15,000 one-time project. That's the difference.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And building the messaging and the go-to-customer strategy on top of that, like tactical mindset, like I don't know what you call that specifically, but that to me screams go-to-customer. That's what that screams to me. Like the previous version of that is go-to-market, which is, hey, here's what we've done. Here's how it works. Here's blah, blah, blah. Like bullshit. No, go to customer. This is what's happening. Here's how we're going to do it. Let's fucking go. And that's it.
And I like the framework. We'll put it as, we have to go to customer. You have the frame it, name it, claim it. And so if you saw, it's like you have this frame, which is you have all this data so you can't tell the real story. And you need visibility if you're going to die in 18 months.
Yep.
Claim it is, we have a hospital called CROs suck. I mean, CROs can live forever. You know, we have the fountain of youth here. Yeah. And we claim it, we name it. We name it. And then claim it is, and in 30 days, we'll extend your life by at least 6 months. Like, and there's a claim that goes with what you're doing that must be a part of the solution. So if you're coming to me and you're like, okay, you have a solution, that's great. Where's the frame? Where's the name? And what's the claim? And if you don't have those 3 things, then I'm going to say that's not a solution. That is something else that you're making up. So, another portion that, like, whether it's true or not, like if you want to scale your company, you must have a solution. Whether you're a 1-person shop or a 2-person shop. I think one of the best things we ever did at RP is we never sold an hour. We only ever sold a solution, which allowed us to, like, growing to 30 people, 33 people in a service company in a year. There's a lot of chaos, and you have to flip a lot of hands. There's turnover within that, and there's staff, and we didn't really lose a lot of clients. And why is that? It's because we had solutions, and it wasn't a custom. We didn't build standard onboardings, right? we were doing custom things within the solution. We had standardized how people experienced us. So if we put another person in, we trained people to deliver the experience. And we had a standardized delivery vessel that didn't actually work. That's why I built Super, but like it works with what we had. Like it was better than what everybody else had. Okay, anything else you want to put the cherry on top of this one?
I think that's it. I love ending on the delivery vessel piece. I think that's very important.
Okay, sweet. Well, everybody, keep doing it big, stay awesome, and remember, solutions run the world. Adios.